everyone, it's Rachel here. I'm a bit late today. I'm working on a design team project for Crafty Cat. Yay, Amy, I'm finally onto it. I've started it. I'm doing something a little bit different to what I normally do, so I'm just grabbing some stuff. So I just need to make some ephemera. No, oh, I need some glue. Just a second, it's in the other room. Silly me. There's no revelations here. Well, there is with the journal. It's something different, I can tell you that, but you're not going to see that until it's done. However, I do need to still make some ephemera. Just picking up things off the floor. Oh my wordy lordy, I've been doing all kinds of stuff today, rushing around like a chicken without a head. Okay, I think this was yours, Amy. These were in your kit. I'm all over the place. I printed it. Of course, I printed out some stuff for Tracy's design team project and also for Jaff's design team project. So it's all on my table in a huge mess. So do please forgive me. Okay, so we need to make some ephemera here for Amy's little journal. And let me see. This is going to be too big for my journal, so I can't use that envelope. And what have I got here? This will be a good size pocket. Just trim it down a little bit, and then I won't worry about stitching it right now because it'll be stitched when it's put in. So this is already a gorgeous envelope. That's now the kits that I'm using. Oh, I can't remember, Antique Rose or something like that. I'll link them in below in the video. And just let me check I'm videoing. Yes. And I'm also using d'oro, which means of gold in Italian, because I love that kit too, and I thought they worked well together, and they're going to look lovely in what I'm making. So let me see. I've got all these. These are all my bits and pieces that I can use. Some are too big, some need to be trimmed down, but they're my bases. It's amazing how quickly they build up because I literally didn't have any left. So so yes, I've got plenty here to play with. Oh, those were going to be my samples, weren't they? Oh, that's a sample of something else. Okay, well, I'll hang on to that one. Okay, I'm a bit disorganized, aren't I? Better get a move on or I'll be in trouble. Right. Okay, so I've got lots of papers here that I might like to use. Love that. That's trimmed down from my signatures. So I do things. It just bit of a slow-mo. That's what I am, a slow-mo. Okay, I probably do have a glue on my table, but it's under all of the various design team project things. So, and I've also pulled out books to make a start on my next 4 or 5 journals. Now, I haven't been doing flip throughs. Well, I was meant to ask permission, and I didn't, and then I didn't, and so I haven't published. I've prepared a couple, but I didn't publish them. So I might put a little bit of this. I know this is not Amy's, but I think it might look nice with that. No, it doesn't. So good. I'll put that over there. Put it back over there. Oh, this might look nice. This is from the Graphics Fairy. This is left over from my project the other day. And I do like that. There you go, Amy. That looks nice with your kit. Okay, so we're making a pocket here. Now, this has been printed out for like nearly 2 weeks. And I went all gung-ho thinking about what I was going to do, and then it sat there for 2 weeks. That's what happened with all of the kit preparing and things. So, oh, I know what I've got. So yes, it sat there for a while. I could put a piece of that somewhere. It's too wide. I've got to narrow a bit up here. You see, you can just trim it off wherever you like. Doesn't really matter whether you cut it off in the middle, or maybe I might like this. No. Oh dearie me, got it everywhere. Look, rolls of it everywhere. Now I probably won't use it, will I? I quite like these colours. Oh, I do like those colours with that. That was a wonky piece that I made. But we like wonky. Wonky's good. I don't want that, but I could use some lacy sort of stuff. That's just coffee dyeing. Sorry, just got scraps flying around everywhere. So I think I'll use some of this. I think I'll put that there. So I might just clip it on. I don't think I'll do any stitching in the video today. That's going to clip on there. And what I might find, I just have to stand up. Oh my goodness, my little shelf here that was only supposed to house a few things, houses many things. So it's now hard to find the things it was supposed to house, if that makes any sense. They're covered by other stuff because I've been just chucking it up there. Now, let's have a look at these. Oh, I think possibly one of these more antique-y type labels might look nice. I say might, because you know what happens, and then I don't like it. So let's cut this. Okay, that one I think is too big. It covers up everything. We don't want to cover up everything. And this one's probably going to be too small. No, I told you maybe, maybe not. Okay. The other choice, well, I've got that going on, so I don't think I want to put anything else on there. I just wanted a little label. Am I not going to have the right thing available to me? Is this what's going to happen today? Is that what is going to happen? Of course, it doesn't look like anything at the moment because, I mean, that needs to be stitched down. I could glue it down. It's already stitched. Why don't I glue it down? I'll glue it and then I'll stitch it just to be sure. Something like, oh yes, that's going to be good. Okay, so I found the label. So what I need to do is put a whole lot of glue here. And then I will stitch. When it's dry, I'll stitch. Put that there. Down you go. Okay, put the doilies over there. And then where do I want this? I don't want to cover up Amy's lovely. Maybe I'll put it down there, up there, over there. No, down there. Okay. Oops. Okay, don't tell me I already need to change a book page. Maybe it was already sticky. Okay, and I need to do some stitching on there, but that's already one piece ready to go. Okay, I'd like to do something with this because that's always a good thing to have. And I'll just move these out of the way because they're annoying. They're all my scraps. Those over there. Now, just going to tear this off. Right, let's see, I could put that there. That could go inside, couldn't it? Could go in there, and then another piece there for writing. What else do I have left over from Amy? So let me see. So I have printed out her kits. Oh, I should show you the kits, shouldn't I? Bits of them. This is the antique Posy or Rosie one, and it's got all kinds of little bits and pieces in it. This sort of thing. What else was in there? All of these sorts of things are in there, and these. So lots of things to play with. All kinds of goodies. So this is all in the Antique Posy kit. So there's lots in there. Oh, and this lovely thing I think was in there too, if I'm not wrong. And then these are, there's other bits. There are these bits here that are in, that's the Antique Posy. These are all in the Dordo. And that's in the other one. And that one too, isn't that pretty? And these are all in the Dordo as well. So there's lots and lots here to play with. It's just I've got to get my head in the game. And I have printed these out on a light sort of cardstock because I thought these might be nice to cut out and have as corner tucks and that sort of thing. So that's why I did that. And yes, the same there. And then I printed them out again on the regular paper, so that way if I want to use, here we go, I think I might like to put this inside. See, I've used lots of these as pages, but I've also printed them out again, so that way I can use them in collaging. So I'm going to tear this. I feel like I haven't made any ephemera for forever. And now I'm wondering, do I want that side? This is a very bodgy video, I must say. I'm the queen of bodgy today. I think I'm going to tear it there. Queen of bodginess. Totally. I mean, Lulu looked at my hair when I picked her up from school. I've got a ponytail. I always have a ponytail. And I have, like, my baby hairs grow. Unfortunately, they grow grey. But you can't see that at the moment because I had my hair done when Lulu had her hair done. Anyway, we're just getting sidetracked there. So I have my baby hairs sort of, sometimes they get out of control, like they flick out the sides. And Lulu says, I look like I'm going to take off because I've got wings. And so she said to me today, Mummy, your hair is a little bit wild today. And I said, well, I've been very busy. I said, the hair just reflects my mind, how my brain is working today. That's what the hair is reflecting. It's reflecting what's inside the head. She thought that was very funny. Very funny thing to say. Well, there you go. Well, it's the truth, isn't it? The hair reflects what's going on in the head. Craziness. Well, I tell you one thing that probably would make me crazier is I ironed some fabrics today. Well, the iron was like, haven't seen you for a while. So, and I've left the ironing board out in the hope that I might feel inspired to iron Steffi's shirts. Wouldn't that be nice of me? Well, that would be a nice thing for me to do, wouldn't it? Iron his shirts. Well, I've left it out there in the middle of the TV room, the sitting room. So it might annoy me enough that I'll go and iron the shirts. Maybe after this video. I'll probably have to go and pick up Lulu after this. I mean, can you imagine? I've only got one child. I can't imagine what it's like to have 4 children like my mum. Mum was just literally running around left, right and centre after all of us. I mean, I don't even know, like in Australia, if you play sport, you do like sport on Saturdays. And I don't even know how Mum managed it. Because Dad was a bit of a sailor, and so he was off sometimes doing ocean races, and Mum was at home by herself with the 4 kids. So who knows? I like that there. So Amy's papers do have lots of nice little bits that you can put around to decorate your things. You really don't need to look elsewhere. That's there. I'm even going to just leave that. I think I like that. Although, now just let me see here what. And I need to put something across there. I'm going to put a bit of this lace there, I think. Yes, this is just an antique lace from the Met. Well, I didn't do a very good job of that. I'll just, this is going to be like a tuck, so I'll just glue that over there like that. going to be a tuck flip down that you can write on. Okay. Oh my goodness, and I haven't even answered any of your lovely comments from yesterday. Thank you so much, everybody. I need to answer those. Now, that's what I wanted to say. There were a few people who were worried about my fingers when I was sewing my ruffle. Well, I don't actually put my fingers under where the needle is. I've never been distracted and touch wood and made a boo-boo, like, if you know what I mean. Like, I haven't ever stuck my fingers under there. I know it can happen. If anybody's nervous, isn't this lovely? If anybody's nervous about that sort of thing, you could, if you saw in my second video, when it wasn't sort of sliding through the way I wanted, I like that. I used my scissors. So you could just have something like a pokey sort of instrument that you push through your papers. Like, you can, actually I've got this one. Oh, well, there you go. Who can guess what fell on the floor? What fell on the floor? The telephone. The telephone fell on the floor as per usual. I've got that much stuff on my table. I cannot find the scissors. Now, I know I do have a spot for my scissors, but do you think I put my scissors back in their spot where they can easily be found? No, I do not, and I cannot find them anywhere. Where have they gone? They could be over here. No. Under the journals that I pulled out. No. No. Oh, here we go. Found a pair. Found a pair. Do not worry. A pair has been found. I'm going to put some fluffy stuff under Amy's cute little label there. So we'll put a whole lot of glue. Yep, so if you're worried about your fingers, just get something like a pair of scissors that aren't like these. These are not that pointy. And you just push your paper through with those, and then you don't have to worry about stitching your fingers. I can't, like, it's just faint worthy thinking about sewing your fingers with the sewing machine. I just feel like I can't even think about it. It'd be just awful. Awful. I don't think I could look at my sewing machine again if I did that. So please, Lord, don't let me do that. It's like a sewer's worst nightmare. Okay, so that's going to be, look, isn't that pretty? It's a little, going to be a tuck behind and a flip down. So I probably need to make a some tags, and not, yeah, is that what they are? Yes, tags. You can see I haven't been making ephemera for a few days. I've totally lost the plot. Can't even think what they are. Now this was a good size for a pocket. Maybe I'll tear this one. Now I've lost my ruler. Oh, there it is. Oh, it didn't go far. Thank goodness for that. So let's tear this. Yeah, I can probably do two, because the journal, I'm not making a mini journal, but I'm making an intermediate sort of, it's not huge is all I want to say. It's not a huge size, so I don't need anything to be oversized, if you know what I mean. So these are going to be good. Now that's going to be good. I'm just going to back that with something. Now I'm just trying to see, I know I've got lots of strips of Amy's papers around here somewhere. That could, you know, I want to use them up. You don't want to waste them, do you? Well, they could be ruffled, couldn't they? They could become ruffles. That's always an option. Right, get rid of that. And I've probably torn it, oh, well, I'll use it on here. I've torn it too narrow, of course, haven't I? I want to keep the little peachy things. And I'm just going to put that there, like so. And then I'm going to say to myself, and then what? Because it needs something else, doesn't it? Put that there. So of course Madam's out. I've had to drop her off in town, and she's out socializing again, because tomorrow they didn't have very much homework for tomorrow. So I said, okay, well, you can go roaming about town, but she did go roaming about town on Sunday. But it's hard to say no. You don't want to ruin their social life at such a young age, do you? No. Now just let me have a look at the goodies that are here, that are provided for my enjoyment. Okay, so that's, I think that's meant to be a pocket. I think I was going to make that into a little, that might be, I might make that one into, these images are lovely. I might make that into a tag. That's meant to be a pocket. Now, where is my, oh, there it is. The one thing I put away. Oh, I hope I haven't got my big face in the thing. Okay, that one is not the right size. So I now have this big one, don't I? Woohoo! That'll do it. It's going to be a nice big gaping. There we go, done it. And then this one looks a bit smaller. You see? It's not going to do it. That is not going to do it. I have to do a big gaping one again. Oh, I probably shouldn't do that yet because, oh, and I'm not backing them, am I? I'm not backing them. They're not journaling cards. They're pockets. Okay. Pieces flying at me in every direction. Oh, got this. Is that going to work on there? I don't think so. What about this one? I actually quite like that covering up. No. Get a grip, Rachel. This one. Nope. Nope. I think I'll have to cut that one. I'll cut it. There we go. Isn't that lovely? So you've got lots of ready-made pockets there. I'm sorry I'm fumbling about a bit here. Just trying to find the right thing to put on my pocket. Here's another tag. See, there's lots of things that are already done for you here in these kits. Lots of things are already done. That's going to be a journaling card. Okay, well, I'm not having, oh, what about this one? Might go with that one. I've got to put some stuff behind. I'm going to put some of this behind it again. That'll work for me. Put lots of glue. So I felt like it was a bit, even though there's a bit of a peach and a bit of writing there, it's a bit plain. So I feel like I need some more layers on it. That's what I'm feeling. If you're asking yourself, why is she covering that up? Just because I want to. That's why I'm covering it up, because I want to. Okay. Yep, that's doing it for me. And I need to, oh goodness me, oh, no hope of finding anything over there. I'm going to put some, so Amy used, when she made her collages for the daughter kit, she used the straw paper, so I feel like it's fitting that this should be backed with straw paper. Absolutely fitting, yes. Okay, put you there and you'll be stitched around later on and trimmed. Or maybe I'll trim you now. Hey, I'm talking to the tag. That's a real sign of madness. Talking to the tag. Oh, yes, madness. Nobody to talk to, so talk to the tag. Okay. Okay, so that's that one. Then I've also got this one can just have, well maybe, wait, just let me see here, what do I, oh I've got this left over. I think that would be pretty on there. And this one, I think I like it. Yes. So let me just trim off this part here. And actually, I think I'll glue it on and then trim it down, because otherwise I'll probably make a mistake and then I'll be sorry. And I did not glue right to the edge because I'm going to be stitching around it. Oh, I still haven't stitched my album yet either. I did punch the holes, but I haven't stitched it, so I'll have to get onto that too. I'll do that tonight. I've had quite a productive day. I'm not unhappy about it. Nope. Just checking. Sometimes it's nice. Just always check that. Sometimes it's nice to fold something over rather than trim it off. So with a kit like this, there's quite a bit there, or like these I should say, there's quite a bit there for you to use besides making things as well. So that's going to be a journaling card. I like that. And you can write on there, you see. It's a good way to use up your bits and pieces. Now, I had other bits and pieces. Here's another tag to make. Now, did I have, oh, I had that one there. That could go on the back of the tag with something else. Yes. So I'll put that on the back of the tag. And I'll collage something else down the other side. Whoops. Whoopsie. Not the best cutting in the world. Right. Well, first of all, I need to decide. I think I like that. Yeah. I'll just trim that off. These are a good side for. So sometimes there are some new subscribers. Hello everybody. Why do you put those pages aside? It's just in the spirit of recycling, because these are books. For anybody who's new that doesn't know me by now, they're books that, you know, I might have altered a book that wasn't very old but had a nice cover, and I wasn't particularly interested in the pages inside to put back in the book. In that case, I would, if it's nice paper, this is very nice paper. It's a nice color, so therefore I feel like it's a good thing to put aside and use, you know, on, or like that. What am I trying to say? To use to glue on, and then use it as a base for journaling cards, you know, journaling cards, pockets, tucks, all that sort of stuff. That's what I want to say. That's it. So that's why I keep them. I don't keep all of them. If they're really shiny, I don't like them. Then I won't keep them. Sometimes, like I've had books even from the 70s, I've altered the cover and I've still got the insides, and I've kept it because it's a big format. It's, you know, it's a matte paper, and isn't that nice? It's a big format, and therefore I like the tag backwards. It's a good one to keep for like making envelopes and that sort of thing. So that's sort of like my criteria as to why I may or may not decide. I put all the papers over there. I may or may not decide to sort of, I like that, to keep the book pages that I glue on. Why are words eluding me today? Why is that? So that's very nice. We'll glue that down, and we have to decorate it. Now let me just, oh, I dropped my phone. That's right, I forgot about that. Poor phone. Lucky it's got a protective thing on it. I'm just double checking. I don't usually look at my phone, but I'm just checking because, you know, you never know, Lily might send me a message and I've got it on silent. because I don't like telephone interruptions when I'm doing the video. Okay. I might put this here. And then I've got to put a focal point on there. So that's very sticky, icky, that one. Oh, and I got glue everywhere. What a disaster. Hopefully, yes, I'm going to be trimming that bit off, so that's okay. That's just a little bit of texture down there. Now, let me see if there's anything here in Amy's goodies. Otherwise, I will get something from a book or pieces hanging off me, or from a book, or like, you know, one of my box of cut things or something. I mean, that would look very nice on there if I were to cut that out or tear it. But I think I'll keep that as a journaling card. I'll put it over there so I don't keep looking at it. Put you over there. Oh, and I also got her a little, I can't remember what it's called, little advertisements one. I can go over there. We'll go on the page or something. Oh, this is nice too. I forgot about that nice bit. So I've got all these lovely botanical things that can go maybe up a bit. It's kind of similar to the other one, isn't it? Oh, there we go. We'll jazz it up with that. There you go. And I think one of my favorite bits of that ruffle trim is going to be the tissue and sewing paper. And I'm covering up all of the writing. Put that down there. Got to make room for the ruffle. I'm just going to put a little bit of ruffle across the top there. Oh, that's the back side too. I actually like it more that way on this one. I don't like that really narrow bit there. I think I'm going to put it that way. I like the more plain with Amy's colouring. Okay, and that will be stitched across. I really like that tag. Okay, well this is something that could be, you can have straw paper on the back. Let's get that done. I don't need to put it on there. You know, my thumb has never recovered. It's never recovered from all that cleaning we did when we moved the furniture. It's never 100% recovered. I must have strained it. Oh, that's my excuse for not cleaning now. Well, you know, doing the bare minimum. I strained my thumb. It's not getting better. I'll tell you why it's not getting better, because of the pressure of gluing and things too. It just hasn't gotten better. It's so funny. Like the Italians, if I tell the Italians that I strained my thumb cleaning, they would just cry laughing, because my Italian friends here are the biggest cleaners you can imagine. It's just like clean, clean, clean. Oh no, I could never do what you do. I don't have time. I've got to iron, you know, the underpants and the towels and I'm like, why would you iron those things? Why would you iron anything that's not going to be seen? And why would you iron a towel? Put it in the dryer. And you will see how wonderful the towel will come out of the dryer. Anyway, they're always cleaning, these ladies. I mean, I do admire them. It's not a criticism. I totally admire them, because I don't have that skill nor the desire. And then some of them are like, oh, I envy you that you don't iron so much. And I'm like, well, it's a choice. You can not iron. But then they have husbands that are used to having the Italian mama that irons even the underpants. So, you know, they have to do it. The pressure is on. I can't imagine what their husbands think of me. Well, I can actually. Actually, I know what some of them just like, oh my God. But Stefano it was just really luck, wasn't it? Because he didn't know I was going to be like that, but he's actually like me. So I think we just found each other, didn't we? Actually, he's worse than me, I might say. I do have these. Well, that's too big. I'm not sure what I want to do on here. It'd be nice if I could stamp something on there. Can you bear to wait for me to get up and grab my stamps? What am I up to? 35 minutes. Oh, that's all right. Maybe I'll just grab this stamp. And I can easily, because the door's open, you see. The door is open of my... Oh, got it. Oh, I tidied up my table the other day. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know that I tidied up my table the other day. Like 2 days ago. Then I brought all this stuff in from the living room that had been sitting there waiting for me to get onto it. And this is the result. Disaster. I probably need to... Oh, stamp it on there. That's what I'll do. Disaster. Oh, yes, that's nice. A little bit up there. Oh, instant. There we go. How about that? There you go. Oh, I know what arrived today. So after my 10 and 20 questions or whatever it was, you know, crafty questions, I went on Amazon and I decided that I needed to have my aunt's books because I did have them, and in my with my moving across the world, they've disappeared, as I mentioned. I think I might take that one off and put it across here. Yes, now it's coming together. So I went on Amazon and I bought them. And I think they might have arrived today. I think that's what the grumpy courier brought today. The grumpy one came today. Oh my goodness, he doesn't even look me in the face. He just shoves the thing at me to sign and stomps off. He's really rude. It's really, really starting to annoy me. I feel like saying, crack a smile. You need to crack a smile. That's what I want to say to him. I don't know why he's so grumpy. He has a job. Lots of people don't have jobs in Italy. Lots of people don't have jobs, and he's got one. So he should be happy. It could be an annoying job. I don't know. I'm not a courier, but he's got a job. I'm cutting out a label. I haven't even decorated anything yet. I like that. I'm going to put the label there. Instead of a stamp, I'm putting a label, but I'm just going to check if I might like to put something else under, across there. I don't want to cover postcard. I think I'll keep that. Yeah, I think I might like to put that there. So yeah, so I've got my aunt's books, I think. So that's good. I'll show you. I haven't opened them yet, but so I'll have to show that. Oh, that's good. That's not upside down. Do I want it like that, or do I want it like that, sideways? The other way I want it. Good thing I auditioned. So that's exciting. And oh, the other thing I thought I'd been thinking to tell you was that in my questions I didn't mention that the reason why I kept my maiden name was I noticed that other people had mentioned why they kept their maiden name, if they did, and so I didn't mention why I kept my maiden name. Well, I'm quite attached to my maiden name. It's just how I just feel like I'm such a Roxborough. And the other thing is, in Italy you don't change your name. So I was very lucky. I wanted to keep my name, and I didn't. There was no. I mean, I would have taken Steffi's name because I love him. However, I didn't. There was no issue because you don't in Italy, unless you want to. You don't know. I don't think anybody has. Nobody I know has taken their husband's name. They don't take their husband's name here. I don't know what the why. I must ask my mother-in-law why is that, because she doesn't. She has her own maiden name. I don't know why it is. I'm just getting my glory box. It's on the floor. It's a good place for it, isn't it? Well, if that was smaller, that would have been lovely, but it's not. Little bird. Oh, that was Lulu. Did you hear that? It's not a stink bug. It's Lulu telling me that I can go and pick her up at 6:15. Okay, good. So I've got a bit of time. I didn't mind the bird, but I think I would have preferred him to be a little bit, him or her, a little bit bigger. No, that one blends in too much. It might blend in too much. I don't want to use anything from anybody else's kit. Could have a nice big butterfly on there. No. Here we go. I've started auditioning everything again. Everything is being auditioned. Let me see. So, once I've done this video, hopefully I'll get the opportunity to go on and, oh, I like the bluebird, and finish this project, so that way I can show you what I've done. I'm pretty excited about it. It's something different to my usual stuff, something that I'd been wanting to do for a really long time, so that's what's making me really happy about it. And I just thought, well, what perfect place to do something new than a design team project. Here I said before I didn't want to cover up the postcard, but I'm going to. I think I'm going to put that up there. A bit further down, but yes, in that area. And didn't stamping the background really get me going? I was umming and ahhing about what to do, but the stamping really got me on track. So that's a good thing. When in doubt, put a bit of book page down or get the stamps out and start stamping and see what happens. Or possibly grab your paper ruffle that you've made when you've had the courage that you're not going to stitch your fingers. Okay. And there we go. I do like that. Now the word postcard is totally covered because, as per usual, I have changed my mind about what I want. Okay, so I think I'm going to sign off here. I have a bit more ephemera to make, I think, but I will do that off camera because I'm a bit all over the place, and I'll just recap what I've done here. I've made this journaling card. Actually, this one would, I'm just going to add a bit more. I'm just going to add that on the back. Sorry. Just signing off. Not. Told a lie. I'm going to add that there because I like it. There we go. Probably upside down. Okay, so I've got that journaling card. And they all need to be, I love that. I just love that. I don't know why, I just do. I didn't make any of those. I've got this one here, which I really like. And what else did I do? Oh, they're over here. I didn't do anything there. I just showed you those. I did this one, which I really love this. And it flips down. Really nice. And this one. At least I've made a start, Amy. I have made a start. So, yes. So I think this is a bit of fun. This might have to be a side flip because my book is not that wide, I think. Might have to be a side flip, but we'll see. That's a journaling card, journaling card. What else do I need to make for it just while I'm here? I probably need to make, I need to make one of these, I think. Put one of these in like this. Let me just prepare it while I told you I was finishing, but here I am preparing this. I need to make one of those. I don't really have signatures in this book. I don't think I'm going to do a fold up tag. I might probably need to make a few more tags, so I'll keep those out for tags. I'm just going to decide now so I don't spend a whole lot of time flapping about thinking, what will I make? I might make a pocket like that, something different. And I probably don't need too much because in Amy's kit there's a lot of already ready-made pockets. So I think that's what I'm going to limit myself to. And I'll put these aside for the next project. So that's what I'm going to make up for the rest of it. And then I'll finish it off and it'll be ready for a flip through. Yes, yes, yes. I will get it done. Okay, so thank you for watching. I'm sorry I was a bit all over the place today. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.